Honda suddenly stopped playing safe? What if the company known for reliability, calm engineering, and sensible family cars decided to build something that feels like it escaped from 10 years in the future? Not a rugged off-roader trying to copy a Range Rover. Not another oversized electric box with fake aggression and giant screens. But a luxury SUV so advanced, so emotionally designed that it could completely redefine what people expect from Japanese premium vehicles, because the 2027 Honda Legend SUV might become exactly that. And honestly, if Honda actually builds this thing the way the rumors and concepts suggest, the entire luxury SUV market could have a serious problem on its hands. Welcome back to Avengers Autos. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating future vehicles nobody is talking about enough: the all-new 2027 Honda Legend SUV. A machine that could resurrect one of Honda's most respected nameplates and transform it into something futuristic, luxurious, intelligent, and surprisingly emotional. Now, the interesting part here is the name itself, Legend. For decades, that badge represented Honda's most premium ambitions. It was sophisticated, understated, and packed with technology years ahead of its time. But in 2027, the automotive world has changed dramatically. Customers no longer just want luxury. They want presence, they want identity. They want a car that feels like an event every time they walk toward it. And that's exactly where this SUV enters the conversation. The first thing you'd probably notice about the Honda Legend SUV is how incredibly clean the design feels. Not simple, not boring. Clean in the way futuristic architecture feels clean. Every surface appears intentional. Every line seems sculpted by airflow itself. From the front, the SUV looks almost like a concept car that somehow escaped into production. The grille isn't oversized for attention like some German rivals. Instead, Honda seems to focus on elegance mixed with subtle aggression. A full-width illuminated LED light bar stretches across the nose, while ultra-slim, adaptive headlights give the SUV an almost robotic stare at night. It doesn't scream for attention. It quietly demands it, and weirdly enough, that makes it feel more expensive. The lower bumper design appears aerodynamic instead of fake sporty air. Curtains channel airflow around the wheels. Active grille shutters improve efficiency. And the front fascia almost looks carved by wind tunnels, instead of designers trying too hard. Then you move to the side profile and things get even more interesting. The proportions are dramatic without becoming cartoonish. Long wheelbase, short overhangs. Flush door handles, a floating roof design that blends into a sloping rear section. Without sacrificing practicality, it feels like Honda studied electric luxury SUVs from the future and asked one important question: what if sophistication mattered more than aggression? Because unlike many modern SUVs trying to look like armored tanks, the Legend SUV looks intelligent, mature, advanced, and honestly, that might age far better. Large multi-spoke, aerodynamic wheels sit perfectly inside muscular arches, while subtle body creases create reflections that constantly shift under city lights. At night, this thing would probably look like a spaceship, disguised as an executive SUV. Then comes the rear design. This is where the Legend SUV could become unforgettable. Imagine a full-width LED taillight signature, glowing through the darkness like something from a sci-fi movie. The rear glass flows smoothly into an integrated spoiler, while the lower bumper keeps things minimal and premium instead of cluttered with fake vents and oversized exhaust nonsense. Because let's be honest, fake exhaust tips need to disappear forever. And Honda seems smart enough to understand that, but design alone won't save a luxury SUV anymore. Modern buyers expect the interior to feel like a technological sanctuary. And if Honda truly wants the Legend SUV to compete against vehicles from brands like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Lexus, the cabin has to feel extraordinary. Thankfully, this is where Honda could genuinely shock people. Slide inside the imagined 2027 Legend SUV, and you're probably greeted by an environment that feels more like a luxury lounge than a traditional cockpit. The dashboard design would likely stretch horizontally, with layered ambient lighting beneath sustainable wood and brushed aluminum trim. No visual clutter, no unnecessary chaos. Just calm, futuristic luxury. A massive curved panoramic display could dominate the dashboard, combining infotainment, driver information, AI assistance, and augmented reality navigation into one seamless interface. But unlike some competitors that overload drivers with complexity, Honda would probably focus on usability first. That's always been their secret weapon. The steering wheel could feature touch-sensitive controls, blended with physical toggles, giving drivers both futuristic interaction and real tactile feedback, because nobody wants to hunt through 12 menus just to adjust the climate control while driving. And thank God for that. The seats themselves might become one of the SUV's biggest highlights. Deeply cushioned, ventilated, heated massaging, and wrapped in ultra-soft, sustainable materials that feel premium without trying too hard. Rear passengers could enjoy executive-level legroom with reclining seats, ambient lighting zones, and personalized climate systems. This wouldn't just be transportation, it would feel like a moving luxury studio apartment. But here's where things become genuinely fascinating. Artificial intelligence by 2027. Honda will likely push AI integration far beyond simple voice commands. The Legend SUV could feature predictive learning systems that study your habits, adjust seating, automatically prepare navigation before you even ask, and even alter suspension settings based on driving style and road conditions. Imagine your SUV already knowing you're stressed from work and automatically switching the cabin into relaxation mode with softer lighting, calming audio, and massage functions. That sounds futuristic now. But honestly, we're probably much closer to that reality than people realize. Underneath the elegant design, the powertrain possibilities are where the Legend SUV could truly shake up the industry. Honda has been aggressively investing in electrification, so a fully electric version feels extremely likely. But the smarter move might actually be a dual strategy, offering both a high-performance hybrid and a fully electric flagship model. And that hybrid could become seriously impressive. Picture a turbocharged engine paired with advanced electric motors, delivering somewhere around 450 horsepower combined. Instant electric torque for city driving, silent cruising capability, yet enough acceleration to embarrass traditional luxury SUVs at traffic lights. Zero drama, just effortless speed. The fully electric version, meanwhile, could push well beyond 500 horsepower with dual-motor, all-wheel drive and next-generation battery technology, delivering over 400 miles of range. That's the kind of number luxury buyers are beginning to expect now. And if Honda gets the charging infrastructure partnerships right, suddenly this SUV becomes a legitimate threat to established premium EV brands. But numbers only tell part of the story. What really matters is how it feels. And historically, Honda understands balance better than almost anyone. The suspension setup would likely prioritize comfort without becoming disconnected, adaptive dampers constantly reading road conditions, rear-wheel steering improving agility in tight urban environments, near-silent cabin insulation making highway travel feel eerily smooth. You wouldn't drive this SUV aggressively because you need to. You'd drive it because it feels addictive. And then there's the sound experience. If it's hybrid, Honda could engineer a refined performance tone, rather than fake synthetic noise. If fully electric, the silence itself becomes part of the luxury experience. Imagine gliding through nighttime city streets, with only faint tire noise and soft ambient music surrounding you. That kind of serenity changes how people experience driving. But here's the bigger question. Why does this SUV matter? Because the automotive industry is currently facing an identity crisis. Many luxury SUVs today are becoming too similar. Massive screens, artificial aggression, complicated interfaces, over-designed exteriors. Everyone chasing the same formula. The Honda Legend SUV could represent something different. Intelligent luxury instead of flashy luxury. Emotional minimalism instead of visual overload. Technology designed to reduce stress instead of creating it. And honestly, that philosophy might become the future. Of course, not everyone will love it. Some enthusiasts will say it's too soft, too futuristic, too dependent on AI. Traditional luxury buyers may still prefer the prestige of European badges. Others might question whether Honda can truly command premium pricing at this level. But that's exactly what makes this vehicle so interesting. It's ambitious. It dares to challenge expectations people already have about the brand, and throughout automotive history, the most important vehicles are usually the ones that take risks. The original Honda NSX shocked the supercar world by proving reliability and exotic performance could coexist. The Legend SUV could potentially do something similar for futuristic luxury mobility, not by being the loudest, not by being the fastest, but by being the smartest overall package. And in a world filled with attention-seeking SUVs, trying desperately to look intimidating, maybe intelligence itself becomes the ultimate luxury. The scary part, Honda actually has the engineering talent to pull this off. So if the 2027 Honda Legend SUV really arrives, looking anything close to what we're imagining today, this could become one of the most important Japanese luxury vehicles of the decade. Not just for Honda, but for the future direction of premium SUVs entirely. Because this thing doesn't feel like transportation anymore. It feels like the future arrived early. And now the big question is, would you actually choose the 2027 Honda Legend SUV over a German luxury SUV if Honda delivered this level of technology, comfort, and futuristic design? Or do premium badges still matter more than innovation? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, welcome to the future of driving here on Avengers Autos.